You know what? Now you roll with disadvantage. Ah. Sure, you go first. A nice, a nice ice cube. God. Have you guys ever seen Devil Wears Prada? This reminds me of that. Yeah. Oh, I feel like the last life-threatening situation that she would have found herself in would have been getting in the middle of a fight. Like, she wasn't part of it. She was trying to break it up. But she was in there. It was at a bar, too many people got drunk, and then... Yeah. 13. It was the dice gods.
for a coin, and this is not the brothel, is it?
Oh, gonna need to be just a wee bit more specific with this one. There is one place of comfort. He points to a doorway draped with silks. No real door, just drapery. But it is not the only one in town. Unless he gave you a name, you might have to go and take a look about.
He did not. And she visibly looks very angry. No, indeed, he did not. He insisted it was the place to go. Well then.
That's unfortunately what they'll all tell you. Unless you're meeting someone, looking for someone, waiting for someone.
Well, no, I'm not looking for anyone in particular. I was just... Well, actually, is this bartender a lady or a gentleman?
You take a good look. This is actually a halfling standing on a stool.
He or she.
And yeah, you can tell this is most certainly a male.
Oh, okay. Well, then she's going to suddenly put on a very pleasant smile. Well, I don't know how applicable this is to you, perhaps, sir, but are you interested, perhaps, in improving your complexion? Perhaps you would like to tone your skin, get rid of those eye bags. Well, I've got just the things for you. I'm actually looking to expand my business. That's why I've come to New Serene.
And he gives you this odd look after he, somehow expands the thing so you can get a full look at it. And this is the guy you're looking at.
So you could probably use it.
Oh gosh, that's wonderful.
I mean, offer still stands.
And if not you, then perhaps your wife or someone special in your life could use a little pampering.
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's base 16 plus 7. That's a 23. Yeah, 23. Oh no, wait, sorry. I was looking at persuasion. It's just a 21.
Oh, just a 21. Don't worry, I'm just a few points off of what is normally possible for most people. Yeah, no, you've definitely got this halfling's interest, and he starts giving, he takes his hands out of his pockets and he starts doing the whole, hand to, his, really chin and cheeks, and you can see that there is, in fact, a ring on his finger. He starts thinking.
Aww.
Watch out, she's got invested now.
I'm so sorry, he's not going to make it.
He's gonna die?
No, that's not it.
Oh?
No, but yeah, he is definitely intrigued, and he starts doing a bit of thinking of his own. Yeah, he thinks, like some cogs in his head are turning, like he's muttering something to himself. What do you have for someone who has, she doesn't have trouble, she just added assistance to care. That's very, and he's trying to he's not even saying a word, he's trying to mimic something that looks like a face exploding.
a beard?
No, because like he's gesturing to the face, like from over his head that just falls off. Almost. You're not entirely sure. He's making some odd gestures.
Does your wife have trouble with hair thinness? Would she happen to be of the dwarven sort?
He immediately gets like a quick just look around, panic look. No, never ever said that. No, it's more of it's great, and that's the issue. It's bountiful, it's immaculate, it's everywhere, and it takes at least 3 belts to tie it back when she's trying to tie it back, and sometimes they break.
Oh, you need something to thin her hair then.
Just softer, less.
I
like
see.
rope.
I see. All right. Well, I do have, and she'll start rustling through her case. I do have a tonic. This should help to tame any frizz and any difficult or stubborn hair.
Yes. What would you need?
For you, sir, it is absolutely free. Just if it works out and she enjoys it, just tell them that Min Suk Kang gave it to you.
He starts trying to. He's trying to like piece together if that's all. You see him trying to muttering like he's trying to put a word together, and he's not sure if it's supposed to be all one word or spaced out in parts. But he also doesn't want to feel like he's asking.
Uh-huh.
So he's just going to say, "Okay, thank you, Miss Kim." Kim?
Kang. Min Suk Kang.
So just Kang?
Or you can just call me Min. We're friends now, I'd like to think.
Thank you. And he just hoists it up. How big is the thing you gave him, actually?
It's just a small sampler-sized bottle. If you've ever gotten one of those, like, little vials of sampler perfume. Yeah, about that big.
It looks like a little shot in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he puts that away and just pats that near his chest.
Slides a little business card over. Very pretty. It's even a perfumed card.
Perfumed?
Mm-hmm. Perfumed business cards.
He seems to be happy with that, and as soon as he smells that, he immediately puts it back down, and you see him scrunch through his pockets or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he does immediately take out a small bit of parchment and just starts copying the information down very neatly. But then he says, thank you very much. And he just slides the card back.
Oh. And what did he write down?
Oh, he wrote down all the information he found on it back forth.
Oh,
but
okay.
you saw, his nose seemed to twitch a little every time he took a whiff of it.
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed very happy.
Awesome. Well, then I will accept that, and I suppose I'll ask for just a little drink, just a little sipping liquor.
Anything in particular? Anything by name or by style?
Oh, just a little something, perhaps with the essence of pear, we'll say. I trust you, dear sir.
And you immediately, and it looks like it's the old bar trick of someone going downstairs when he starts moving down, but he's actually going down his little step stool.
Actually.
And you can see it, like, the bar covers him completely. It's a good, like, 4.5 feet tall bar. Like, to the actual bar, like, top and everything. So he goes down, and you don't notice it yet, but he actually pulls down a hatch and just starts going further downstairs.
Oh.
Like, you asked for something specific. Up top is just nothing but kegs and the basic bottles with some X on them, and like a few clear ones that are more than likely and also clearly labeled basics, jugs, got mead, ale, whiskeys. But anything more specific than that is likely, kept separate.
John must be hell on his knees. Going up and down stairs all day.
Yeah, you heard that pitter patter.
Pitter patter, pitter patter. Should the next one of us go? Come in? Either of you?
I think, yeah. Who would like to roll then? Oh, no, sorry. We got rolls are already done.
I think.
All right.
This guy's
Now,
next.
introduce. Yeah. So, however you'd like to introduce yourself, be you already in the bar, whether you're about to enter it, or whether a crack in space and time tears open and some ungodly entity just palms something and you appear. However you want to do it.
That's a pretty cool option.
Hair comes a bumbling, crashing into 5 different tables, knocking over 4 drinks. No, but
Oh my.
For all we know, a dragon crashes into the building and then, dies and you cut your way out of its stomach.
I'm here.
The roof is ripped off the establishment as you descend, eyes glowing, arms outstretched.
You crash through half the building, cut your way out of its gut, and then you sit at a bar table and just yell, "Need a beer here."
What are you guys looking at?
You guys make me sound so adventurous.
Adventures? Adventurous?
Adventurous.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually couldn't be farther from the truth, as this around 5 foot, 6 foot, 6 inches girl comes in. I can't talk. 5'6" girl walks in with this wavy brown hair and these deep chocolate brown eyes, looking around the bar kind of excitedly before she makes her way over to the bartender. Is he back up from the bar?
He is currently not, though you do hear a bit of shimmering and shangling. You likely realize he's probably in the downstairs. So someone probably ordered something different.
Do I know this bartender's name?
You do.
Then I would call it out.
All right. Now, you calling the full name, just the first or last name, or are you giving him a nickname? His name would be Alan Micron.
What does he prefer to go by?
For business, just Micron. If it's for the locals, Alan. And if it's for someone who's known long enough, I think for you, he usually accepts most nicknames as long as they're not poking at anything that might have to do with him.
I think she probably tried to give him some nicknames, but I don't think he liked the nicknames because they'd be overly cute.
He doesn't mind those. It's more of the that he hates. No, yeah, sorry. Again. He hates nicknames when his wife's around. She comes in every few days or so.
Okay, I am ridiculously invested in the romance of this little halfling bartender and his wife. That's like
Told you. She is invested.
She will look around then and call out, "Oh, Ellie, my dear, are you down there? Watch out for your knees."
Watch the knees.
Just a minute, lass. Just a minute.
Did you need any help? I could jump over this bar right now and help. She says as she's starting to scramble up over the bar.
I'm fine. Remember what happened last time? I'm fine. Be up in a minute. Actually, what are you having? I guess I need to come down here again.
What do you want to make me?
I got something nice and fruity coming up. Do you want an extra one?
That sounds wonderful! And there's this big smile on her face.
Alright, give me a second to make one more.
Oh goodness.
You're the best, Allie! Question, anyone interesting come in here yet?
It's still a bit early. Although, I did hear some ruckus over on the coin guard side.
Ruckus, like another fight?
No, they were cheering or lancing or something. I don't think anything happened for them to celebrate, so it might be something, I don't know, maybe one of the lads has a birthday.
Oh, that'll be my next stop. I'll play him something nice.
Check first. I'm literally guessing.
I'm sure it's someone's birthday in there. It'll be fine.
It's always somebody's birthday.
Absolutely.
And you can barely hear that audible sigh, but you can just imagine the eye roll. And it's weird because you instantly picture this old halfling's face.
Well, I'm gonna go set up at my usual spot.
Alright. Good luck.
Again, be careful with your knees.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Got the bee's knees.
And with that, this girl walks over to the corner, sets up a small stool, and pulls out a lyre and starts tuning it.
Band set up, baby.
Min's gonna turn and watch at that sound. The tuning.
All the while,
Eager to
her
finally
eyes-
hear some
Yeah.
music. Sorry.
Jeez.
No, you're good. Her eyes are just going over the bar, trying to see if there's anyone interesting that she spots. Anyone that catches her eye. Min definitely. And as she look over and she's tuning away, plucking at the strings of her lyre, she catches Min's eyes and just flashes her the biggest smile.
And Min will smile back and wave.
She'll do a quick wave back before she starts playing. And it is a lively tune that echoes around the bar.
Wonderful.
Neat.
That is what she's doing for the next while.
It is at that
Cool.
point, before we finish this off, that the halfling does in fact come back with two oddly looking drinks with a bit of... trying to remember what it is. Yeah, no, not fog, but vapor coming off them.
Ooh.
And they're an interesting swirl. It is a nice, like a tan orange color as it swirls. And I just say, just careful with the sip. It's a bit on the frosties.
Thank you for the warning, good sir.
And then he just has a server bring you your drink. Because he sees that you're still over there sitting up, so you'll have like a little tray.
And how much are these drinks?
Tell you what, the first one will be on the house. If you feel like a second one, then we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. I was going to offer to pay for that Here, musicians. Drink over there.
Oh, you can go ahead and say that if you like. I'm sure she'll get a kick out of it. And with that, he goes as being called over to another table. And Michael, how does your character enter the room? Like bust through the door of the fighting pits, especially coming out of the, tattered door, freshly relaxed? Or does he get dragged and hurled out of the coin guard side of the bar?
He
No
falls
problem.
from the ceiling through the restroom, still sitting on the chamber pot.
Okay, well, right now we're deciding how you're entering. One of them is funny. One of them just has you coming out like a badass out of a fight. One of them just has you coming out freshly pampered and quote-unquote relaxed. The other one, you just got hurled on your ass by a bunch of coins guard from their side of the bar. The last one, you fall from the ceiling from one of their bathrooms on the upstairs. In that comical, like holding up some newspaper or something.
Yeah.
Sorry. Even though we have 3 restrooms in this house, all of them are being used right now. There's only 4 people, so...
Oh my gosh.
So I'll get into this a bit briefly, and then I may need to dip out a bit. I think I should be good for a minute.
Okay.
Celia is this woman, I should clarify. She kind of paces in, just kind of from the same entrance that both of you two came in from. She is kind of tall woman, actually. 6 foot, maybe 6'1". She is kind of wearing this red, kind of mix between like a tunic and a gambeson. She's kind of got these boots that kind of go up to her calves, some high, flat boots. She's currently kind of draped in this black cloak with kind of fur lining, which I sent an image. Well, I sent it before. The leftmost image on here. She kind of looks a bit tired. Not certain exactly what ways, though she does seem like... Actually, this is a legitimate question. What time is it right now? Like, that we're kind of all entering in at?
Early morning.
Early morning. Okay. Yeah. She, still looks probably decently tired. You're not kind of certain whether that's, just had a bad night's sleep or, what the deal might be there. Kind of a bit of bags under her eyes, kind of dirty blonde hair. She's a bit on the older side. Not terribly, but, she is, I think, I don't know how old your 2 characters are, but she's probably like mid to late 70s is where you... No, not 70s. Mid to late 30s is where you might put her.
Okay.
But decently fit. She kind of just strides with long, certain steps up to the counter and just kind of wordlessly takes a seat. I think, depending on how filled this counter is and how many seats there are available, probably like 1 or 2 seats away from you, Min.
Mm-hmm.
And is the bartender's back up now, right?
Yep.
Kind of leans over to the bartender. It's like, Al, was it? Back in town for a bit of time. Scotch on the rocks. I'll take it.
Righto. And you see him just pull out. And this one's the only little step stool you see he's pulling it somehow is just spanning outwards like a ladder sometimes, or sometimes it just becomes a step stool. This time it became a mini staircase going up about 10 feet as he just starts walking up,
Changes. Or whatever he needs
reaching
to.
up, and he, for some reason, without you really specifying, he's reaching for top shelf.
I think, yeah, Leah is not stopping him. In fact, I think this probably has happened before. She's got kind of a fairly neutral look on her face with kind of all this.
And he just walks down. And you do see him the first time, and he grabs a glass, and he simply just, when his hand lets go, and it's chilled, completely letting off some vapor. And then just pours it in. And then right before he does, just makes, and just because he's being cute, he just, does a weird little fist over it before he drops 3 ice cubes that seem to be perfectly carved out of rose petals.
Like rose petal shaped, or
Like rose petal shaped ice just fell out of this man's little halfling man's hand and just into your drink.
she kind of like gives like an approving nod, and kind of says, "Theatric as always, I see. Thank you."
Just gives a nod and goes back to setting the bar up for the rest, seeing a few clear tables and whatnot.
At this point, I think she will kind of turn back towards the kind of the rest of this establishment and just kind of look out while kind of taking some sips from her drink and kind of observe kind of generally like how it is. I assume early in the morning there's probably not a ton of people in, or are there a decent amount of people in here now?
There are a few people that are just finishing up, and some that are barely coming in for their normal breakfast, because this place does do food as well.
All right. Leah will contemplate what she wants to do for food as well. Probably observing what other people have ordered. But she'll also, I think, listen into kind of the music that is playing. Kind of observe. Would, out of curiosity, and I don't think that they've had, probably wouldn't have had too many notable interactions, if any, would she recognize either Min or it's Kaylin, right?
Kaylin.
Okay, got it right. I almost said Caitlin. Caitlin. Should I roll for that?
I mean, you guys tell me, have any of your characters ever met before?
Not as far as I know.
Well, I think notably this is not the first time that she's been in this establishment, but it's been, kind of off and on. Not a regular. She's not a regular here, but she's been in here before.
But, okay, has your characters have likely not interacted, but has anyone caught a glimpse of anyone sitting in a completely new face?
Yeah.
I think, probably. Because Caitlin's also a bit of a regular.
All right. Should take note of that. Well, also given that you are performing, that would also kind of make you stick out a bit more. I should also mention, I think I forgot to mention as well, she's got a kind of cane that she walked in on, and she's kind of got leaned originally against her bar, now she's got kind of leaned against her leg as she's kind of looking out, with kind of like this dark wood and this kind of coppery green color.
Does she walk with a limp?
She does not appear to walk with a notable limp.
Oh, okay. So just a statement piece.
And she also does have that sash that's in the art, the kind of green sash.
Okay.
I'll put an image for the cane. It's just the top of the cane, but that gives a rough idea. It's a bit of a darker color than that.
A question: how many people are currently in this tavern?
You're looking at 15 people, counting yourselves, the barman, and the 2 barmaids that are going around taking orders, shuffling out food, not counting the people in the back kitchen,
Okay.
or the 2 guards on each of the doors.
Okay. Styler, I don't know how you want to do it, but I do want to use my enthralling performance on 4 of the tavern patrons. 2 of the ones sitting
Sure.
closest to Minstook, and 2 of the ones sitting closest to Leah.
Yeah, sure. Let me just roll, because some of these people in here are actual sheeted people. Some of them are literal comers. For 2 of them, they're 0 level NPCs, so I'm just gonna say it works.
Perfect. It's a wisdom saving throw.
I think the 2 of us are decently close together, only like 2 or 3 seats apart.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. I want a crowd around you. DC 15.
Okay, so for the last 2, they both got perfect. They got 16s on the dice, and they're a little bit heftier than that.
Right.
Out of curiosity, what is Kaylin playing? What
The
instrument?
lyre.
Lyre.
It is a very interestingly shaped lyre. Let me get a picture.
Alright, alright.
Alright, so the 2 you get, they're actually just plain looking civilians, normal clothing. The 2 that you did not, that seem to have been like only temporarily halted in a conversation at a side table, do give you a quick glance, and one of them smiles, seeming almost like a bit of recognition, but not too much. Seems to be a gentleman along with a woman who are both enjoying the last bits of their meal and drink. It's very pretty. These 2.
Oh, smexy man.
For a second I saw Nyla and I was like, wait, what? Or not Nyla.
Mercy?
No.
Who did you
his
see?
Character. In Waterdeep.
Oh. Oh, no, isn't it Nyla?
I thought it was Nyla, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Am I losing my
It is
mind?
Nyla.
It is
Okay.
Nyla.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimmy's paladin.
Yeah.
You were right.
Alright, good. Glad I'm not losing my memory that bad yet. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yet.
I am also gonna go dip out, so I'll be right back, but I am listening.
But those
Holdings,
2
holdings.
failed the wisdom throw, right?
Those 2 are the ones that succeeded. The other 2 civilians are the ones that failed. But they, both of them did give you like acknowledgement. Only the redhead give you a very pleasant smile and like a little nod before going back to whatever they were conversing. They do seem like they're almost finished with their meal and drink.
And Kaylin will smile back before turning towards the 2 that have failed and waiting for them to start being charmed. They're typically charmed by me. It's just they're now my fans, which I love.
They are your biggest fanboys.
And
They sure
they are indeed enthralled, and they are starting to talk about how it's great that you have, well, they start raining compliments and, talking a bit, not too loudly, but just a bit so everyone can hear. They've unknowingly become your hype men.
Yes.
And it's a slow build to just start, conversations around the rest of the little tavern just as the day's beginning.
Kaylin's got groupies.
I sure do.
Perfect. Could I roll to like notice that this is probably like maybe not necessarily super odd behavior, but like kind of the jump from like where things were to where things are now?
Sure. Roll.
And I assume,
Hear that?
would this be insight or?
Insight or perception, your choice.
I'll do perception. 24.
Yeah, now with your experiences and almost everything that you know about how certain situations tend to play out, you can definitely tell it's something just, that this rippling of conversations through the bar, you can start looking at where it's currently at, where it originating from, and what the source most likely is. How or why or specifically what happened, you're not entirely sure, but you can definitely see like the wave effect and where it likely originated.
Well, it seems like they're all kind of like focused, or at least like talking about Kayla.
Only two are currently focused. The rest is just the conversation that they have started on the performance that's kind of gotten everyone else to spark in that conversation. And that's how you notice that like the people who are only barely starting to notice versus the people who are already talking versus the other people who are talking about it more vehemently. And all that makes a straight line to one person.
All right. Leo will sit back and observe, kind of a bit more intently.
Yeah, Kaylin will keep playing, and she will enjoy her time doing so. Finishing off the current song with a little bit of a flourish at the end.
Yeah, big finish, big finish.
Yeah,
Flourish.
shred that
Yeah.
lyre, yeah.
She playing like full on like
Through the fire and
riffing
flames,
on this
absolutely.
It's
No.
really impressive. Her hands are so calloused.
But no, she'll finish off her performance with a little bit of a flourish at the end. Before she stands and gives a little bit of a bow.
Little golf clap, little golf clap.
Leah will do like a kind of a slow clap, not like slow clap as in like sarcastic, but just like a clap, kind of like more like kind of play clapping. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell how to clap, but I'm clapping.
That was
Okay,
lovely.
Take this hand and then slap it against this other hand. That's how you do it, right?
She knows how to clap.
Taking advantage of the applause and the conversations that are happening, she is going to rise from her stool and start walking over to Sook, who she has found the most interest right now because she hasn't seen her before.
Interesting.
Was just beaming at you. And she's again opening up her case as you approach. That was truly wonderful.
Do you really mean it? Thank you. You're so
I
kind.
needed one. Absolutely.
You're so kind, and you're so pretty.
Thank you. Well, that is my occupation after all. Well, and it's my calling. I am a cleric of Soon.
Wait, so your job is to be pretty?
Well,
Fascinating.
it was and it still is. Yes.
Leah's actually going to pitch in. From what I gather, it's her religion to be pretty.
Not only
Oh.
to be pretty, but to make others feel beautiful, gorgeous, radiant, to pamper themselves, and to seek beauty in all of its forms.
I don't know if either of you are paying attention, but Leah kind of rolls her eyes.
Wait, but how does that make you the thing that you guys use, the shiny, what you use to get things?
But do you mean money?
That one, yes.
Well, women, people in general, if they desire to be beautiful, and, well, I try to make my work as affordable as it can be, but, well, let's just say I come from a background where people will pay almost anything to remove a blemish or to remain 10 years younger, at least in appearance.
She'll nod her head in understanding. Is that also because of religion?
Well, not necessarily out of religion, but out of a desire to hold one's attention. I will say I was the cosmetic mistress of the court until, well, there's no need to think of the past, but
Oh, but the
women of
past
the court.
is so fascinating.
Listening in on.
True.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead.
Listening on this now, because Leah is now kind of she was kind of passively listening, but now she's a bit more intrigued. Would she be able to? And again, I can roll for this. Would I be able to recognize her like looking back at all? And again, it might just be a case of she just wouldn't know or wouldn't remember offhand. I don't know. Tyler?
We lost him.
Yep.
Oh no.
Hello?
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Okay. Was I able to hear anything? I guess I was not able to talk. Okay, so yes. Depending, like, this is your guys' conversation. Step in if you think you would have been listening, but or what exactly? Like, how are you trying to, enter the scene? I guess is the question.
Are you asking Leah, or because I'm I'm like 2 or 3 seats over right now from me and.
But are you trying to jump in or just keep listening?
I'm listening, and I think she commented, had a small comment that she kind of added in, kind of threw at them.
But like trying to enter the conversation, or just like the background comment?
Well, right now she's still just listening in, and she was like with the comment about like the courts that she was part of. Leah's now kind of like searching her memory, like, would I recognize her? Probably not.
No. Out of like everything you've seen around, this is the strangest person you've ever seen. But it's not entirely unheard of.
Okay.
Just extremely rare, because these are foreigners, which is not uncommon but extremely rare.
So she's from a place that like I do not recognize.
Might not recognize completely, but more than likely have heard of, because technically speaking, all the Norths are foreigners because they have no official land standing there of the sea. So they have no to the continent. They're complete strangers. And there are a few other places that have some people that occasionally come in and visit that you are aware of, because that's how information was spread to them. But for the most part, it seems like travel between them is extremely rare and very time consuming. Because again, the only ones who can do this is the Norts, and they, unless there's enough people to make it worth their while, no reason to make a ship go that far.
Yeah. So we know that there are other continents, just not a lot of understanding or clarification.
There's not much travel there. Barely enough to for some trade to exist, so they know it's real, but not enough for casual trips.
Yeah. Okay. Leah's considering that as they're talking at the moment. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off in the middle of this conversation.
You're fine. Let's see, where were we at? Oh, not dwelling on the past, that's right.
But then if you don't dwell on the past, how do you tell your stories to others?
Well, my stories are not meant to be told. They really shouldn't leave the confines of courtly life.
But you seem like such an interesting person. You have to have some interesting stories. It would be a
Oh,
shame if they
I
just died with you.
Oh, well, I certainly do. But, well, forgive me. I suppose we're not familiar enough to share them yet.
Not how do we become familiar enough?
Well, I suppose we talk to each other and, well, from acquaintances to friends. And, well, I suppose that's it.
Oh, so we just have to be friends then?
That is the nature of things.
Okay. She's gonna lean in and try to give you a hug.
Oh,
She's a hugger.
That's very sweet. Well,
There, we're friends now, right? That's what friends do?
not where I'm from. That is,
Oh, it's different.
well,
for
it's
you.
sweet. It's sweet. Thank you. And what was your name? I didn't catch it.
Oh, my name's Kaylin.
Kaylin. Well, Kaylin, we shall become friends. Actually, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of promoting anyone between songs? I heard of a lovely woman named Pandora who would she would shout advertisements for local businesses between playing songs.
I don't think I quite understand. Like, do you want me to just like shout out your name after my
Well,
song?
my name and my business. I am looking to start anew. I intend to start a makeup business and a spa if I can find the correct audience. I imagine. Well, I came here because I thought that new people looking for a new start, they might be weary, desiring comforts, and, well, rich imports. Or perhaps I can find things here to create, tinctures and ointments and cosmetics, of course.
I don't quite know what those are, but I could shout out your name. That's fine.
Perfect. That works at least.
What is your name?
Minsuk Kang.
Min Suk King. Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah, I think at this point it's just like she's kind of turned back towards the counter and like is again listening in and like just kind of pinches her brow and like almost like kind of runs her hand down her face like, okay, she just won't hardly agree to this.
So all I have to do is shout out your name at the end of my songs, and then we're friends.
Well, we're already friends. You've agreed to this wonderful proposal.
Oh, so we're friends already. I just had to agree to it, and then we're friends, and then now you'll be able to tell me your stories. Okay.
Well, sharing the stories that will come gradually, but yes.
Sure, seems simple enough. Let me go play a song.
And before you do that, Min will pull out her purse and drop 5 gold into Kaylin's hand and then pat it. In advance, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Of course.
She's gonna walk back over and set the 5 gold down on the tray next to her drink. And then pick up her lyre again and start playing another song.
Awesome.
If you'd like, you can make me a performance.
Sure.
A couple more people have started entering the. The two you noticed that did not fall for the charm, you noticed they finished up their thing, gone over to the bartender and had a quick hushed conversation before leaving.
I rolled an 11, so that's a 21.
Yeah.
Woo.
With this, you get almost everybody in the bar into it. They are. What kind of song would you like to make this? Because apparently it's what the people want.
This song would probably be something with a good beat that might get people a little bit more energized for the day. Potentially even bring some people to dance.
And you succeed. You do in fact get one or two people, in fact just some that came together, others that actually just went over and asked someone to dance. And you do in fact have a few people going in there and dance their way through the end of yours.
Aww.
Some even, though I have no idea, do you have an actual place for coin to be inserted, or was it just
No, she doesn't do this for coin, but she does have the pile of 5 gold that Minsa gave her on the tray next to her, so.
Yeah, well, some people may have taken it as that's where they set it, because a few people have set down some copper, a few silver.
Interesting.
Just imagining in her own mind, it's like, hey, you forgot your coin here. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you left some, okay.
Oddly enough, it always seems to vanish, and your drinks always get refilled.
Crazy how that works.
Nice, nice.
I don't even complain.
Insane.
No, let me roll something, because I think it's back to this.
Check for reviews.
No, this was more of two other people coming. One is a tiefling who actually who was actually clapping along to that music, seemed to very much enjoy it, and actually set a gold down.
Okay. Dang, if I known it was this easy, I would have just
this is
become a
it?
musician.
Yeah. This is the part of them. Seem to be somewhat well dressed.
Like a trustworthy fellow.
Neat design. Trust him, trust him, trust him.
I always trust characters who are casually flipping a coin with one hand in their other pocket.
Why would you ever not trust somebody like
Nothing screams trustworthy like flipping a coin.
I think Leah, around, like, shortly after, Kaylin, kind of takes a step aside to go and start her next song. Leah's gonna kind of move to the chair next to Min, and again, I think, like, polish off her first scotch, and just kind of ask, so what is your plan here, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm glad you asked, and Ben will
Not
once again.
the sales pitch.
But the sales pitch is precisely why I'm here. I am planning to, well, build up a reputation, a good one, based off of trustworthiness and reliable reviews and on my products. I want to build a cosmetic business and a spa.
I heard that bit. Are you planning on, and again, this is your own business, but are you planning on taking advantage of that young woman over there? Kind of pointing back towards the stage.
Whatever do you mean? No.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check, Michael. I just need your choose perception or persuasion. You don't have to tell me. Just give me the score of whatever it is you choose.
Perception or persuasion? Persuasion? Oh,
No,
yours.
yours is perception, but for Heidi, I need you either a persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me what. Tell me your number.
I'm rolling insight, right? Because I think you just said perception.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, perception. Yeah. Oh no, perception, and I need a insight.
Oh, both. Okay. The insight was 21. Damn, perception is 27. 2 18s.
That's nice. Heidi, what was your final score?
Mine was 14.
14. Right. Well, you won out. So what was?
So,
were you lying at any point during that?
No, she was not lying at all. And she looks like genuinely offended.
All right.
Fairly miffed, honestly, that you would suggest such a thing.
Leah kind of eases off.
That does manage to like shut her up just a little bit.
Leah eases off a bit.
That's when you can tell you've stepped on a toe, when the chatterbox stops.
Yeah, chatterbox stops talking. You have offended. I think after a brief pause, Leah will ask, so you've come here to start a business. How exactly do you plan on doing so?
Well,
you don't seem to be very liquid right now.
Well,
if you don't mind me observing.
Not at all. I intend to be a self-made woman. I come from, well, a noble family, but I've left all that behind, and so I intend to build myself up as best as I can in my own business, and I intend to do that by sharing samples of my creations and gaining a wonderful following based off of the very real results that my products have.
As you're like kind of explaining all this, Leah is searching her glass for maybe I can squeeze out a couple more drops. But she is also listening.
I intend basically on reputation. I intend to build myself up on reputation and repeat customers until I can go from out of this case to out of a crate, and from out of a crate to a storefront.
And you chose here to do it? What was the market in your homeland too saturated?
Indeed, and my previous employers decided that I was no longer fit for the job.
And that's the end of the story?
That's all that you need to know.
Fair enough, I suppose.
And you'll notice that Min starts to mess with two norige, or two tassels, pendants, tied to the opening of her jacket. And one is very frivolous, very lavender, very pretty, and the other one is quite plain and quite masculine, really. One is a symbol of Soon, her goddess, and the other one is a symbol of, and I've already forgotten how to pronounce it down here. Okma? Okman? Anyways, the god of knowledge.
Interesting. Actually, this is a legit question that I probably should have asked before I mention that I know about Soon, but I don't know in this world, is this from a different pantheon that I would be familiar with, or is this a god that I would be familiar with?
You would not be familiar with this god at all.
Okay. Then I take
back
the witty comment from before.
Yeah, the only religion that you're so far aware of is the one taught by the theocracy, which is really the only one on the continent. with any real traction. Everything else has really just been like slapstick cult or some rubbish. That's really the only one that in the earliest recorded records really took hold.
Interesting. So I guess I probably would not recognize these symbols or like who the gods represent.
For all you know, it's just an heirloom from like a good friend or a parent or just a relative, or she just really liked it and found it.
I will still take note of the different designs, the distinctly different designs that she has.
Oh yeah, no, everything on her is unique, and nothing you're familiar with, so you've no idea. This could just be like something that specifically says or means something common to her, but you have no idea.
No clue. All right.
Or it could be a grenade in her hand, and you don't know that she's like flicking the on and off switch. You don't know.
Get down! Get down!
That's how angry she was.
Yeah, she is going. I think at this point, unless I think we're kind of at a pause in the conversation, unless she's going to say something.
Heidi, was there anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, rewinding the clock back, and just so I can, because I don't know if I misheard that, this conversation started right at the middle or end of your last song.
This would be. Oh, sorry. Leah would have.
Not sure how long. Sorry. How long did that song last? Is what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Is it a quick one? Would it still be going?
It would probably still be going.
Okay.
Okay.
She tends
Then
to get
you
lost in the music.
All right. Well, then there is a small course of clapping. Two of the bar patrons that you first got. This new, well-dressed tiefling, and you only just noticed because he was running around a little bit from some of the new patrons. Small child.
Child. Interesting.
What's a child doing in a bar?
That's
It's
adorable.
Dragon
Oh, I see why it's here.
Precious.
Oh,
He's here for adventure.
And he was just clapping along with this and smiling. And then he is just lost in this music. Because you look around and you see no one that fits this child's description or aesthetic. But for the most part, you're just in your music, so you don't really question it. But they are there just standing beside some of the tables, and they seem very happy.
Aww.
That definitely warms Caitlin's heart, seeing that. So precious.
You will see that and kind of take note and just kind of have like a pause of this kind of still deadened expression, but kind of also touched at the same time. Yeah.
So, noticing, sorry, new characters, I keep forgetting everybody's names. Leah?
Yes.
Leah, yeah. Leah's, noticing Leah's sort of, deadpan expression. Min will cock her head and ask, "You seem like someone who hasn't lived a terribly polished life."
She kind of. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
She
I know
kind
that
of
look when I see it.
exhausts when you say polished a bit.
And I don't necessarily mean the luxury. Your years have aged you. Brown lines right here in the corner of your mouth. And she points to him. Just a little bit.
Like pointing from a distance, or are you getting your finger?
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
to her
no,
face?
no. She's
Okay.
like motioning on her own face.
Okay. Did you have more to say?
No, that's all.
Leah will kind of stare at Min for a minute, then kind of a brief look back over at that child and kind of quietly say, merely contemplating what could have been, but if you want to know more about that, then you'll need to buy me a couple more of these. And she kind of shakes her glass.
And Min will shrug. Well, if you meet any of your other lady friends, perhaps you will recommend them my way. That seem like a fair trade?
I'll be sure to keep that in mind if that ever comes up.
Perfect. And she will toss several business cards Leah's way and then call for the bartender. More drinks for Leah and then another one for herself. And one for Kaylin.
Out of curiosity, what do you order for Leah?
Just another whatever she had.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to
Lacquer,
order
turpentine, whatever it was.
like a pina colada for her or something.
Okay. For my own thing, because I've mixed up your names more than once, in characters, can y'all drop your names and photos so I remember who's who?
Right.
I think I'm going to go ahead and change the nickname on the profile.
Same.
I mean, that works too, but
Just
so if anyone has a reference.
it's saying that I don't have permission to change my nickname on this server. That's odd.
Oh yeah. Dang.
Interesting.
Oh well.
I'll do that in characters though.
Oh, characters, right.
Yeah, in the characters channel.
Yeah, that definitely makes more sense.
I mean, it's fine either way.
I keep posting in NPCs.
Oh, let's see characters. Oh yeah. Oh, it's also just an art channel, I think, in general.
Yeah, no, it's our channel just to help, illustrate stuff, but for actual, if it's just for characters and things like that, that's more for just like the main cast.
Okay. When she orders the drink, Leah will kind of give her a thanks.
Of course.
You probably will also notice that she has not picked up the business cards. Not that she's like tossed them aside or anything, it's just she hasn't picked them up, at least at the moment.
With a delicately manicured hand, Min will just push them ever so slightly, just nudge them ever so slightly, and then continue waiting for Leah to start talking.
Oh, is she asking about, like, oh, I guess I missed this in the conversation. Is she, like, implying, like, okay, now talk about your past?
Yeah, kind of.
Alright. Could I get, and this is probably less of the verbal variety of persuasion, but more of a just, like, how intent, like, her and convincing her look is, like, sort of persuasion check?
What, for me?
Yeah, from Min.
Oh, okay, sure.
See how easily she's gonna cave on something like this.
Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. 27.
Okay.
27, damn.
That was a nat 20 plus my 7.
Is there 7?
No wait. I keep looking at performance or no perception. It's
Uh,
persuasion 25. I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean that's still a good roll. It's also still in that 20, so it's literally the best you could have done.
Hmm.
Leon will just kind of take a slight sigh and just kind of go. Long story short, when I was young, I lost a lot of people in my life, and I'll never know what happier life could have been if that had not happened.
I'm
A
so
lot of people
sorry.
died. Your concern is appreciated, but that was a long time ago.
Min will glance to the side. When was the last time you treated yourself?
Kind of gives like a quizzical look and just kind of asks, "Treated myself?"
You know, a massage, a facial, manicure, and she'll look at Leah's hands like, are they all crusty, dusty, and calloused?
They are decently calloused. I think you would probably note that they're not like full-on super crusty. Like they're decently well taken care of, but not like they're not manicured. That's for sure.
Okay.
I guess if you're talking in general about, you know, giving yourself something to kind of, I guess that'd probably be like 10 minutes ago when I bought and she kind of gestures to the empty glass next to her.
Oh, you consider that self-care?
I'm not certain I understand the question.
Well, I mean, something to make you feel beautiful. Something to make you feel good about yourself.
She's kind of scouring her memory of like when the last time this may have come up. But I think it's like a long enough pause that you know, like this might take a while. It's like, I mean, there was that one time. Does that count? No, probably not. Like that sort of like kind of look in her eyes right now.
You poor thing.
I don't really consider that I suppose some women find that a bit more of would consider that more of a tragedy than I would, but that's not the type of person I am, I think.
I see.
I guess you've made your entire life and business around that sort of mindset, so.
Well, it is what I was raised with.
You grew up in this sort of business?
No, I was just taught to value a pretty face and a well-kept complexion and grace ever since I was a child.
I suppose I could say the same thing when I was young, but obviously that had a short life.
Right.
Are you looking for work right now?
What
You
kind?
seem like you've only recently arrived here.
I have.
How recently?
Just today?
Today.
Yes.
As recent as it could be. How much money do you have to start? Capital, I suppose you might call it. What do you have to start your business?
I'd like to roll an insight check.
I'm gonna rob you. No.
Well, anything's gonna beat this insight check.
Oh, what is
That's
it?
fine.
11.
11. Let me roll.
You can roll perception or no, sorry, I keep saying perception. Why do I? I'm trying to warn you. Someone's about to snipe you guys. Never mind. Y'all don't see it. Okay, you can go.
Oblivious.
Yeah, deception or insight.
Persuasion.
You don't tell me what. Just tell me the score. Persuasion, whichever you want. Just don't tell me this. You have to.
Okay. I'll tell you the score, the total that I got, 12.
Woo!
Oh my god.
So it is worth rolling, but I did succeed. You don't get the vibe. You get the vibe that like she's not great with emotions, but this is like more concern rather than like probing to see if like for malicious intent. Like, oh, you just got here from a far off land. I'm gonna rob this person.
Well, of my own savings, and after travel, and other expenses thus far, I have 115 gold to my name.
Not terrible, but you're gonna need more if you're gonna want to start a business.
Very true.
I have been working on and off several guard jobs for merchant caravans. I don't know if that's something you would be interested in, or if you have the capability to work something like that, but I could potentially help find connections if that's something you might be interested in to get some more capital. But
Min thinks a moment, and then she just uncontrollably snickers. Oh, me as a guard. Who would have ever imagined that?
right, noble family.
Oh, no, I'm not ungrateful for the offer. And well, I suppose if it isn't too arduous or too
We could also find other forms of work if that is not what you're looking for. I just figured you need to get on your feet after you get here, so something like that could potentially work.
quite true. Well, in caravans, I imagine they may need a healer from time to time. And with travelers, and if they're merchants, this might work out quite well, actually. What fortune! My first day here, and I'm already making such wonderful friends.
Leah wants to refute that, but probably knows that it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. So, just kind of takes a bit of a sigh. Just don't get on the wrong people's bad side.
Oh, believe me, I've learned that already. There are some people, no matter how much you try or how accommodating you might be, you're always stepping on their hem.
I think at this
And
point, sorry.
And then with the second drink, she's already starting to look quite, not just perturbed, but, sort of angry, reminiscent drunk.
She's
Already.
already tipsy. Should I roll, would it be 1 or 2 con saves to see how far down the rabbit hole I'm going?
That depends on how much you think you drank, because you are drinking the hard stuff.
I'm drinking the hard stuff. I think I've polished off one. I'm like halfway into another.
Go ahead and just roll 2 con saves and see how far it gets.
Okay. Well, that one's a 9 for the first one. Second one, that is a 16.
And so it's been a while since you've had like a stiff drink like this. You're traveling around, you're doing, it does hit you hard. But then at the end, you bounce back a little. Still, as hard as it hits you, you're ready for it now. You're ready for that second shot. So you are definitely starting to feel it, but for the most part, you are right where you think, right around that sweet spot.
You know, at least a little bit of it probably maybe that this conversation has been a bit more unusual than she's had in a long, long time. And it's kind of
it may have distracted you from like you were sipping a bit more of this than you were expecting to.
Yeah. I am a little off my game. Oh.
And with that, we're going to put a pin in this conversation and we're going to go back into now, during your song, you were once again, and it seemed like it in the little brief end, people did in fact give you a nice little round of applause, as this place has in fact become much fuller. Now, actually, a few people from some of the other establishments have come to see the Hubbubaloo, and some have, in fact, decided to stay. They've been very much enjoying the show, giving you a nice little standing clap and ovation.
Wonderful.
And that is when you are once again... Oh, sorry.
No, as soon as her song is over and she finishes, just as the applause is dying out, she's going to stand up, and at the very top of her lungs, she is just going to shout out, Minsukang! And then flash a bright smile over at her.
And then Min will just like hold up her case and point to it like, hey, mention this too.
I think you need to clarify that for...
And her luggage!
Okay.
Big old face.
And with that, you have... Well, technically the two of you, as you're sitting there in that conversation, have almost the entire bar's attention as they are going through the little back and forth of the performance and then having someone proclaim your name and that of your luggage.
Leah hates that.
Yeah, no, everyone's eyes is officially on both of you, and, well, being the savvy businesswoman that you are, Ting, you do know that you could, now that you have everyone's attention, give your own practice version of what it is you needed everyone's attention for, if you so choose.
Alright. And,
Full on, like, shielding her face, like, kind of like got her hand between her face and Min right now.
You're talking to the one who's looking for all the attention. It's time for the show.
Time for the show.
And though, like, that polite sort of, oh, stop it, sort of countenance comes over her face as she, as Min delicately lights from the stool and removes her hat, revealing her gorgeous long glossy hair, and almost as though she's secretly thrown a handful of mica powder in the air, the air just seems to shimmer around her. Dear wonderful guests, patrons of the... I'm sorry, what tavern are we in? And she just asks Leah real quietly.
No name bar. This place... We don't name this place.
No name bar. Dear people, and like I'm imagining just a menagerie, like the cantina from Star Wars, just orcs and tabaxis, every other random assortment of person.
I'll do a nice little dump of random races in there later.
Okay. I am a new arrival to this wonderful place that we've all come to call home. New Serene. And, well, let me just ask you a few questions. Do you feel self-conscious? Do you find yourself struggling to enjoy what you see in the mirror? This is a universal thing, not just for ladies, but for men too. Surely you can't forget that little insecurity that you feel when you see those lines under your eyes, or you think that your skin just looks a little dull. Perhaps you'd like to brighten it up with either a bit of rouge, or you would like to take a bit more of a holistic approach. Well, look no further than Lady Min Suk Kang's elixirs and cosmetics. Should you desire to try any of these wondrous items that I have procured for you, handcrafted by myself, as I have had access to the Imperial Library to study secrets of the great masters. Come to me, and you shall receive your very own free sample. And all I ask is for your honest reviews, and to share the word, as I would love to serve you dear people consistently for many years to come. Thank you very much for your attention. I just pulled that whole thing out of my ass.
Nicely done,
Ooh,
though.
applause.
Honestly, I was like, are you reading? I was like thinking, are you reading a script? Did you write this in a head?
Please, you give me too much credit.
That was very well done. If you could roll me, I'll give you performance or persuasion, your choice with advantage because of the endorsement and the very well grabbing of attention by. Damn it! I keep forgetting your name. I want to call you Roya, but I know it's not.
I mean, Roya too.
We're so used to these other characters.
I'm
It's the
used
same
to this.
thing. You've called both Neris and the Cid in the past.
Yeah,
I
no,
have to just change
it's
my
hard
character
to-
name to Rhea. Close enough. Rhea?
something. Yeah.
Rhea.
Oh yeah. Roll me that. Your choice, performance or persuasion, whichever you like, with advantage. Right, with that nice double team. But while all that happening, the tiefling that was doing the old coin flip seems to be one of the few who isn't giving the attention to this amazing speech and does go up and try and talk to you.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a 18 on that persuasion.
18, and you do in fact have a small. Do you ask for an orderly line, or are you cool with just getting mobbed by a few people?
I'm fine getting mobbed. Give me all the attention.
You guys are currently mobbed, and you, depending on how you want to do this, because they are coming in. Let me just roll to see how many we got.
Leah, like, preemptively is, like, trying to, like, get out of the way of this mob.
9
She does not
people
want to get
just
this mob.
from all sides trying to swarm in, and you are able to slowly get out of the way, but this, crowd of people, and then just the normal gawking, really
Immediately
is just,
check.
it's a weird thing, but like I said, while all that was happening while the entire presentation just started, Tiefling went up and tried to talk to you.
Ooh. Have I met this tiefling before?
You have not, but he does give you a gentle smile, and as you see in the description, very well dressed, no pupils in the eyes, they're nice, soft yellow, brilliant teeth, very defined canines, flipping a gold coin that doesn't seem to have any design on it, it just seems to be nice and shiny.
She will smile right back.
Excellent. And he asks, that was a fantastic performance. If I might ask, what is your name?
My name is Kaylin. Did you really enjoy it? Oh,
I did. It was magnificent. Kaylin, may I ask, would you be available for a job of sorts? I am currently myself attempting to bring together a group of individuals. I still require a few more, and you would be an immense help. it would be a great cause, assistance. It's a lucrative gain, and a bit more experience in these crafting games, if you would be interested.
I would love a job, but I don't do this for the and she'll point to the tray where the coins are at. For that. Stories.
Noble as well.
Stories. I
That-
like stories.
This can certainly be a new story for you if that is what you wish, as well as others that you can tell with the individuals you might meet.
Then yes, I'm in.
Excellent. If you would just accompany me, we are currently gathering at the separate, and he points over to the door with the coins guard. That is where we'll meet to introduce everyone so far.
Oh,
I'm still in the process of finding maybe 2 or 3 more to join us. There are already 2 that should be in there waiting for you. I can escort you there if you'd like, unless you'd like to make your way there. Maybe guess who it is.
oh, no need. I was gonna go over there anyways. I have to go play a birthday song for someone. But can I get your
Have
name?
fun. Right.
If you said it, I didn't get it.
Sorry. Oh, my apologies. You may call me Fred.
Fred. Okay. Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was entirely mine.
Instead of going for like a handshake, she goes in for a hug.
She is so pure.
And he just returns it, but also chuckles. Oh, that is nice. Thank you. Can you give me a quick perception check?
I sure can. Perception, that is a dirty 20.
Nothing. You just noticed that his tail was just flickering a bit behind him. It's kind of cool because he was wearing it as a belt for a second, and then it's not. Now it's behind him, kind of just loose a little bit. That's cool.
I'm assuming he's happy. That's what wagging tails mean.
He is smiling that brilliant, disarming smile,
Perfect.
and then he does give another look around the bar as he seems to start looking up individuals. And you do see the small child that was there clapping starts looking around before he spots someone and starts running over to it.
Who does he run over to? I'm so invested in this child.
Is that child like? No, sorry.
Can I see who he runs over to?
He is there seems to be another dragonborn. Seems to be in full cloak and an odd kind of dress robe.
Okay. Guardian, we're okay.
And he does go over there and just give him a big old hug. And that's when you notice that the armor he's wearing is bending and not acting the way real armor would. So this is oddly. That's when you notice that the other dragonborn kind of waves his hand around, and he does go back to wearing normal. Not before he gets scolded by the individual to his.
She'll still flash them a big smile, and then start packing up her things, leaving all of the coins that she got on the tray.
Oh my goodness.
And
You look, and the tray is empty.
perfect.
There's
they
no-
already know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
How many drinks are in front of her now?
How did you finish the drink you were given?
No, it was still just the one drink Sue was drinking.
One drink. Did you finish drinking that drink, or did you even start it, or?
She would probably have started it, but probably wouldn't have finished it till after the song.
Did you take it with you, or did you leave it?
Probably as she's packing up, she'll finish it and then leave the cup there.
All right, then give me one con save because that stuff is actually pretty strong. It's got that lovely like fruit flavor that hides how strong that liquor is.
9.
Oh yeah, you are definitely you are ready. You are hyper. This stuff
I sure am.
tasted great, and and it's weird because you can almost see running forward when you get a step one too far. Everything just starts turning, but you're good. You're fine, and you keep
Yeah.
going.
I am going to try and stumble my way back to Mint Silk really quick, fighting through the crowd.
All right, she's currently crowded by a few people. Kim, you are currently doing very good business. You've got 6 customers, 3 to go, and each of them are asking for different products.
Ooh, okay.
It's going for care of skin, care of the hair, some odd blemishes and things and such that have come by. Others are asking for advice on how to.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna say what advice, and you're answering. Go ahead.
Again, some are asking for advice on how to get their hair. As you see, some of them seem to have the unfortunate frizzies that seem to plague a few of these people so close to certain docks. For some reason, the humidity and sometimes the ambient temperature tends to really mess with the hair of certain people.
Ah, poor things. Yeah, she will give all this advice more than happily, and hand out the individual samples as they desire, and all with the most courteous of smiles and with a perfumed business card with each of them. Actually, a couple extra for each person. Tell your friends, tell everyone you know. Thank you. That sort of
And
thing.
they do accept it gratefully. They also ask, is this where you're usually, where can we get a hold of you should we need more or have more questions? Is there a place we can go to or somewhere where you're likely to be?
And that's when Min's, just imagine record scratch, and she pouts her lips, and she's like, oh, no, I hadn't thought of that. Suppose I don't have an established place yet. You tell me, does this seem like a decent place to stay? Or should I look elsewhere?
Some of them look at you very quizzically. Some of them look like they're giving it a real pondering thought. Others just look like they're not sure if they should be the one answering this question.
Okay.
But sadly, none give you an answer.
Very well then. Well, until further notice, right here.
They smile and acknowledge.
As a side note, I think I also rolled for this. You may have noticed where Leah was sitting, the business cards are gone. Leah is attempting to kind of sneak a few of these business cards into some people's pockets.
You can go ahead and roll me some sleight of hands.
All
Who
that
are you
means
aiming for? You've got a couple. Are you going aiming for the cluster of people who have approached her, or the ones who haven't?
Is she handing business cards out to everybody, I assume?
yeah, to everyone who will take them.
You know what? I will actually sneak it in.
Just a group of others. Sorry. The ones who are mobbing her, or the ones who haven't left their seats or are currently, returning back to their original conversation.
Yeah, the people that are kind of transitory or on the edge more. She's not getting into the people that are right next to her. Her logic here is that the people that went up to talk with her are more likely to recommend this to other people. And so if they find an extra business card in their pocket, they'll remember, and then they'll share that with somebody else.
All right, roll that sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Do I need to roll multiple checks or just one?
Just one.
Okay. That is 12 total.
Okay.
superb roll, but
I shit you. Natural 1 and a natural 20. So the crowd that's mobbing her, they don't notice you at all. But as soon as you finish and discreetly go to turn around, you catch the eye of a couple of the now noticing very well dressed and keen individuals, some of the guards, that are just giving you that odd look of like you did something behind someone's back in front of everybody else. It's weird, but they also noticed that you weren't trying to steal anything, you were putting in business cards, so they're not really saying anything, they're just giving you an odd look.
I'll just like kind of show my hand, hold up the whatever remaining business cards I have, and I'm just gonna kind of like card throw, but not like attempting to throw this directly at them, but like kind of like throw this like on the table.
Just toss a few on the tables, just as other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do, and they continue giving you that odd look, but no one seems to be taking any aggressive action or disapproving look. Just odd.
Silently judging. Yes.
Silently judging, some wondering if is this all planned? Are they in cahoots?
Leah gives very few fucks. Possibly even 0. Maybe even a negative amount.
Yeah, that's completely fair. You also, at this point, also notice that the tiefling seems to have just finished up a quick conversation with your new acquaintance. Or actually, I don't know if you made the acquaintance of your new acquaintance.
I took note of her, but yeah, okay. I'll keep an eye on
Right, and you do notice that he is in fact, and he did give you and Kim like the quick up and down, and you notice he was specifically looking at weapons, armor, clothing. You've seen this before. You recognize it instantly. This is a scout. It's someone looking for people, and he seems to be judging. And he does it quickly too. It doesn't linger too.
I assume he doesn't have any like visible emblems on him. Can I would it be insight or something to see generally like a scout?
Insight, if you wanna, because with what you just had, that was more of a passive insight of what you think he was doing. But if you want to try and get into it more, there'd be insight if you wanted to check things on his person, if you recognized anything, emblems or weapons, or maybe the look in itself. That would be perception.
Okay. Yeah, I am kind of curious about his his vibe in terms of how he's walking and looking around and kind of observing us. I think I'm more.
That would be insight.
Yeah, I am also interested though in any emblems that he has. So would this be 2 rolls? Do I need to choose one or the other?
Choose which one you're doing first, and then see what you would do after.
Okay. I will roll perception then first. Oh, that flew out of my hand. Perception first.
Alrighty.
Alright, that's 14.
Alright, 14 with perception. It's strange. Everything is... It's the back of your mind that just keeps bugging, because it seems like he could very much just blend into the crowd. Nothing too much to stand out, except for the fact that he stands out, but it's not overt or flamboyant, and it's what you'd notice. You'd notice them passing, even if you wouldn't look back. You'd know that you passed them.
Interesting. Stands out from the crowd, but in the way that a lot of people stand out from crowds sometimes.
You know, even if you don't remember any details at all, that you passed an 8-foot tall person. Even if you can remember nothing of what they were looking like, what they were happened to be doing, carrying, maybe even wearing, except for general colors. But you just passed an 8-foot tall person.
Yeah. Can I roll that insight?
It's that weird sense. You can indeed.
Alright, let's see how this one goes. That's cocked. I was almost a natural one, but that was cocked, so.
You're good. Roll that me again.
13.
13, again. you're looking to see what he's doing, and your eye just keeps flashing to that coin. It keeps, purposely, and it's audible when he flicks it every time. Like he's well practiced in it. And it just, like you noticed before, just he's giving everybody the once over and just looking around. And sometimes he does a quick, meet and greet with someone, the normal niceties, nothing too really invasive before he wishes them a well day and keeps going. And then he has a longer conversation.
Other than with.
And then again ends.
Kayla?
Yeah, this happened at the end of his meeting with Caleb, who did in fact do her own quick, seemed to wrap up and then went to go talk. Well, more to fight her way through a crowd to go talk to your new acquaintance, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she seemed like she was now on a new mission.
All right, interesting. Yeah, she'll take note of that. It does seem like he's not just like us the once over, but he's giving like pretty much everybody the once over. It seems like.
Yeah, no, he's giving everybody the once over, and occasionally he'll see someone that maybe he's taken an interest in or seem to have passed whatever checklist of criteria he was looking for, where he goes and approaches, simple introduction, disarming smile. Everything, every time he does it, it's a pin in the back of your head that almost makes you want to draw for a weapon.
Okay, interesting. So am I getting like kind of some off vibes then? Like something's off?
Like it's that perfect picture frame until you notice it's crooked. Just a bit, but it's crooked.
Interesting. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of keep an eye on him at this point, but she's not gonna kind of engage at the moment, unless like he starts coming over. In which case, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we could be
Going back to our girls. Dexterity or strength check for you
Definitely
to try to
dexterity.
muscle your way. Yeah, trying to muscle or shimmy your way through this small crowd of people who are currently talking.
Ooh,
Flip
seems like
over the
ways,
crowd.
But natural 20 plus 3, so 23. Unless you want me to use acrobatics,
no.
then that's a 29.
That, like I said, your choice whether you want to do athletics or acrobatics. If it was acrobatics, you literally
Flip.
parkoured up the side of the wall and landed behind her on the bar.
Absolutely.
And did like a kneel down to like just be trying to have a quick conversation with her while she was finishing up with like her last 2 customers.
Jump, flip, stick the landing. Mr. Kong, was that okay? Was that good?
Well, I am currently flooded with people who are interested, so I think you did just all right. Or
All right.
Not just all right, but I mean, you did just fine. Thank you.
Oh, so then friends, and then you'll tell me your stories. But not now. I have a job offer. Yeah, so I have to go over there. She's gonna point towards the coins guard door. So I have to go over there, and then I don't know when I'll be back, but when I'll be back, you tell me your stories. Okay? Sounds great.
Very well then.
And then another attempt to jump, flip, land over this crowd now.
She was greatly sheltered in a commune, wasn't she?
That one's a 23 for acrobatics. Not as
Okay.
good, but it's doable. And then she's gonna start walking towards the coins guard tavern door.
Alrighty then.
Except for me.
Alright,
Is it
Min
crowd
or
sorry?
no, go ahead, you two. Anything you two would like to do now that you Min, you're finishing up with your last bit of customers you got from this, and Leah, now that the crowd is dispersed, what do you wish to do now that you've also clocked this shady ass individual?
Yeah. Mia, or not Mia. Min is like she's still got like a few more, or she's like almost done.
Just finished her last one. And Ming, how much were you charging specifically for these individual things?
Those were all free samples, just to get them in the door. The metaphorical
Ah.
door, per se.
Right.
So I'm in the hole, but it's a reputation
Oh,
expense.
It's an investment,
Yes.
and maybe let the bartender know or ask if he can take orders.
Mhm.
Maybe something you can work out with him. If someone comes in asking for certain things, you can leave them here so they can get picked up or something. Who knows?
Right.
Investment, but with no way of returning on it
Mhm.
at the moment.
Unless
Yeah.
they buy.
Leah is actually gonna kind of come over and walk over and like not even kind of like look at her. She's just like still keeping an eye on this somewhat shady individual that she's kind of skeptical about, and she's gonna kind of like tap her a bit on the shoulder and say, "Let's go. I want to see what's up with this thing going on with Kaylin." I think I overheard. This individual, I'm not certain what his motives are right now.
Should I come with you?
Well, if you are so inclined, I'm not going to force you, though.
Well, I'll come make sure that the girl's all right.
And Leah's has finished her drink, and she puts it down on the counter again.
All right. Oh, and I guess she'll turn to the barkeep and ask what the tab is.
Did you take a second drink, or you mean the ones you
yeah.
bought for yourself and her?
So I had 2 drinks. Kaylin
5 silver.
bought her a drink. And then Leah 2 drinks, I believe.
Okay, so you had 3 in total. The first one.
So I think 5 total
Okay.
drinks.
Yeah, 5 total drinks. 7 silver.
Okay. Perfect.
Because the first 2 were on.
On the
The
house.
first 2 were on him. Second one were on one thing, and it's a different thing with. Okay, now you said you were following Kaylin?
Yeah, Leah is kind of leading the way. Kind of, you'll probably see her, but she's kind of already like walked off. But you can follow and catch up probably pretty easily at this point. Leah is trying to like from a bit of a distance, kind of both Kaylin and this tiefling. She's kind of trying to observe where they're going.
The team is doing their own thing, so they're currently
Okay.
separate directions. Unless you want to keep following one or the other.
Similar directions, and I think she will follow after Kaylin, because I think... actually, you know what, when she catches up... Let me roll for this, because I don't... Okay, yeah, no, with that, she's gonna be very split about which target here to follow, but she is going to follow after Kaylin.
Alright. And assuming Karen took... she would have already gotten just a little bit of a head start.
Yeah.
But you will in fact follow after her, and Ming, you're following after the both of them?
Yeah, trying to follow and keep track of both of them, but prioritizing, I think, Kaylin.
No, Ming, what's she doing?
Yeah.
She's following.
Just following Leah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
following Leah, and you notice the tiefling is in fact heading toward another door. He passes by the silked one, giving a quick wave to one of the guards and possibly someone inside, because the separate hand came out and waved back. But he is in fact going for the double door cellars that are next to the bar.
Interesting.
And
this is
right
in the
before you
coin guard?
guys,
Sorry, the
no,
coins guard.
this is Coins Guard, opposite sides. You guys are going one side following in, he's going the other side. So at this point you can no longer see, but as you do hear the loud cellar-like doors opening right before it kind of cuts off before the other hallway, you do in fact hear a very loud cry of Daddy, Mommy One.
Daddy Mobby 1?
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is very much a kid just screaming this out. Likely no more than maybe 5 or 6. You can no longer tell it's behind you, and it's as you keep going forward, it kind of just cuts out.
Yeah, Leah is gonna look around for the source of that.
So when you enter this hall, like where the coins guard thing starts, there is an actual door that separates like the entrance tunnel and then the actual second bar. So you have to leave the tunnel and open the door again to look inside the where you just were.
Okay. But that would mean losing track of the two people.
Yeah, she'll get a bit of assuming that the second person also stays unless they go. But Kaylin is definitely getting a bit ahead of you.
Let me roll to see what her priorities are. Yeah, she's following Kaylin still.
And after that bit, just before, you can almost hear what sounds like a loud, kind of boisterous laugh. After that, it all just cuts out.
Was there a source for the laugh as well, or was I able to?
Everything behind you, like as you were looking, going forward, you couldn't really see anything, but it was all you were able to pick up with your vision.
Okay. Yeah.
Kaylin, you have gone through this. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna suggest that you pick up with Kaylin.
Yeah.
As we are stalking her now.
Kaylin, you have just said goodbye to your new friend, and you've been told that you've done a very good job as you're now going over to the not even really a private bar of the Coins Guard, just their hangout spot where the job billboard happens to also be. And you're going there on a mission as you've been told the possibility of someone needing a happy birthday song.
They sure
Someone
did.
celebrating something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
It might be a birthday, and that means someone needs that song.
Absolutely.
There is something after that, but that is at this location.
No,
but that is your
that's
priority right
number
now.
1 right now.
Priority 1, find who that birthday person is.
Absolutely. Who's the birthday boy or girl? Let's do this.
Birthday, Mr. President.
Is it someone's pet, maybe? Who knows?
Who knows? But they are getting a birthday song.
Someone is getting a birthday song. It's happening. It's happening.
But yeah, I walk in. Are there streamers and balloons?
There are not.
Darn.
It's actually Roya's birthday.
Oh no, sadness.
She doesn't show up for her
My
party.
heart.
Oh gosh.
There is in fact a small banner that's hemmed from one corner of the bar to the other.
Oh no, that hurts me so
And
much
it-
because the only person that would know that would be Kurt. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
It says as part of it is drooped down a bit, celebrating an anniversary of some sort, and essentially everyone here is getting just smashed.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anniversary. That's kind of like
Yeah.
a birthday. Alright.
A little bit, and are able to see that there are a few individuals, some crammed to more tables and those really space forward drinking, some bit of singing and merrymaking. There is one lone individual in full armor with a hat just, looking around like they're waiting for someone.
Is there any music going on at the moment?
Oddly enough, no.
Alright, time to rectify that. she will grab a bar stool, set it up against a wall somewhere, and start playing her lute again. Another bright and cheerful tune, kind of trying to match pace with what they're singing.
All right, roll me a quick performance check.
Uh, 19. Oh no, sorry,
And
unnatural
with
20.
that, unnatural 20. And with that, there is a small rumbling that somehow synchronizes with your current beat and uptick in music, and everyone just starts doing the whole. It's a weird reminiscence of "We Will Rock You," as you just seem to have a bar full of backup, just clanging and cluttering as people drink and suddenly start cheering. And I don't know how long this is going to last, but at the end of it, you are being. Actually, I got to roll because they're all smushed at this point.
Okay, she's tipsy. She'll go with it.
Yeah, no, it's 7. How good are you at like dodging projectiles? Just to clarify.
I have good dexterity.
You are currently being pelted with gold as people cheer and tell you you're great. They are applauding you as well as looking like they're trying to do like the casual coin flip, not realizing that some of them have like baseball pitcher major league arms, and they are throwing them at you.
Is this around the time where we're poking our head in here?
A little bit. First, and then need a quick dex save, unless you're just going to take this button.
That is a 16 on my dex save.
And you almost, as part of the little swing back and forth as you playing and looking around, you didn't notice it at first. You just saw that people are throwing things, and you looked around behind you thinking, oh, is there a target behind me or something?
Yep.
But not one of them hits you. It's all very, everyone's aim is off.
She is laughing, thinking that this is some sort of weird drinking game that they're playing.
Possibly, because no one looks like there's none of that animosity you've occasionally seen when someone's trying to hit something. Somebody, these guys are all happy, laughing, cheering, telling you did a great job. Very encouraging, if not very slurred, and sometimes they're not even looking at you when they're talking.
That's fair.
But it is in fact at this point that you guys come in, Ming and Leah.
What did we walk into?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an opposite of getting pelted with tomatoes and getting booed off stage? Because this is it.
I mean, getting roses thrown at you.
Yeah, that probably would be the more like traditional, but I mean, this is like a weird. This is like a strange middle ground. This is the third option, where it's a nice gesture, but it also hurts.
Yeah, she's not picking up any one of them.
How close are we to the gold? I'm kidding. What am I, Roya? I'm kidding as well.
Oh.
God bless so. Is there anything else going on in the this Coinsguard Tavern?
Not
Or is this
that.
like...
I mean, I don't know what. Is there a specific thing you're looking at? Because right now it just seems to be a bit more active than you would imagine at this point in like the middle of the morning. A lot of people are just like, for those anyone that does day drink, they seem to be going at it hard for some reason. And there is a banner partly like torn down that says anniversary something. Can't read the rest.
Kaylin does ask out loud, so whose birthday is it?
And there's a lone individual saying like, they're not here yet. I don't know if they're coming. We didn't really Did anyone actually tell them we were going to do this?
Oh, a surprise!
Well, kind of, because they're supposed to know that it's happening, but we're just waiting for them to show up. But she never did.
Uh-oh, something fell through.
Oh no.
It's like, we made the biggest party and we made it loud. Did we forget to tell her?
Did we forget to invite the person that this is all
I
about?
think we forgot to invite the party, the birthday person.
Oh! Well, I'm sure she'll come soon.
Does it? Are there people in here? Is everybody in here like celebrating this? It seems like, or are there like a decent amount of people?
There's
that
a
are, like,
group that seem to be for that. Others are just there celebrating the celebration, as this seems to coincide with an anniversary of this specific group or establishment or some other reason that no one's really, though you've seen this before, no one's really asking for coin exchange, but you're not entirely sure if this is just something with the coins guard or if there's just because of the celebration.
Interesting. Leah, and where did this tiefling? He went into a different area, right? He went into
he left. He went opposite. Yeah, no, he was making his round around the room one way. And as for Kaylee, she went to talk to Ming and then immediately bolted after grabbing her stuff and set to the coin guard rooms. Those are like on opposite sides of the room.
Leah is gonna turn to Min. It's like, I'm not certain what's up here. Are you open to keeping an eye on Kaylin and what happens in this area?
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave for a brief bit to see what that tiefling might be up to.
All right.
All right.
I'll keep an eye on things here.
Yeah. I don't think it should be too bad if you want to get involved, but I don't know.
I'll watch
I'm
out
not
for the
really
dear
sure
girl.
what's happening, if there's anything. All right. And Leah's gonna. In my mind, my mind is jokingly going like tiptoe back across this hallway, but no, she's just gonna kind of walk. And she's gonna kind of search in the direction that the tiefling was going and see if she can pick up his trace again, or pick him up again.
All right. You can start that off back at the after you exit the tunnel for the other bar, the no-name bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bars.
Put a pin in that for a quick second.
Uh-huh.
And is there anything else Ming or Kaylee we're going to do here?
No, she's just gonna
think
pick
so.
another song.
All right, continue to play. Ming, is there anything you are going to do aside from just sail here and watch?
I don't think so.
Like crouched around the corner, or are you like how you found a seat? Or are you just kind of chilling on like the edge of the room, like a wallflower?
I guess just kind of chilling on the edge for now, watching Kaylin, making sure that she's okay.
All right. Both of you have been offered drinks, both by the bartender and randomly if someone goes around and just immediately notices that you don't have one, and immediately thinks, "Oh, something's terribly wrong," and goes over and goes to see if you need one.
And this is why this is Roya's favorite bar.
I'll take one. Heck yeah.
All right, and this is in fact a very nice honeyed ale.
Ooh. We'll accept that graciously.
Yeah. And just randomly, quick cheers, chug, and then they just move on. Seem to really be enjoying this unknown festivities.
I guess she will ask, what exactly it is they're celebrating.
Cool. You can ask the any of the random patrons, bartender themselves, or you notice a few people peppered in what seem to be not of the coins guard make, but seem to be doing their own thing.
Yeah, probably ask them. The ones who are sprinkled in there.
There's a strange-looking person with a large head of an owl that seems to be, looking around, which would be odd if it wasn't the size of a person, wearing an interesting little cloak, and currently seems to be playing a card game with another individual in a very oddly, overly studded and/or pocketed coat with a strange set of spectacles or goggles. You see, they seem to be smiling at something, and then there's a third person at that little table who is wearing a strange bit of armor suit, holding his own deck of cards. But the strangest thing at all is an odd little creature on his shoulder, also wearing an odd little outfit that seems to be whispering into his ear.
What is this little creature?
You're not entirely sure. You've not seen something like this before, unless you'd like to roll. It can be history, arcana, or nature.
Let's see. I will roll. I'll roll a nature. 10.
You're not entirely sure what this thing is. And it could be an NPC of an arts. There they are. The owl-looking person, the strange little dude with an overcoat with a bunch of shredded stuff on it, and the armored individual with a strange little creature in a little getup that seems to be whispering things into his ear constantly.
That little creature looks like it would bite my toes, so I'm gonna avoid that guy.
Unless you're into that.
No.
It's an odd thing because he only does that smile specifically when he seems to be getting the person he's talking to believe him. Otherwise, it seems to disappear, like he no longer shows his teeth.
Devious little thing. I think I'll ask the owl. He seems like he would be wise and know what's going on, and have a Tootsie Pop or two.
So every owl must be wise. I see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're not here. You chose to, check the shady ass tiefling.
Might as well check the shady tiefling.
Yeah, it's not like splitting the party went horribly the last time.
Oh gosh.
Tyler, in the nicest way possible,
Yeah.
you're one to talk.
Look, I know what I'm doing and I actively admit it. The characters, only a few of them have been the team players that I love playing, but for the most part, most of them are I gotta go push the button or I gotta follow the dot that's moving around.
So are you implying then that I and maybe not all my characters, but Leah?
No,
I don't know what we're doing?
no, yours. I'm begging caution because your characters, as characters, are smarter than most of them.
Fair enough. Right now, it's more just observing.
I know, and you're doing it with caution and experience, and I'm not gonna overstep or go up and straight up talk to him and say, "Hey, shady guy, what's your thing?"
Shady guy, how's it going? It's out here.
That's sadly something I would do.
All right. I think were we finishing up with?
Sorry.
Yeah.
We are. Ming, you're going up to this and the table, and they all seem to be playing a rousing card game of an unknown make to you. As I'm not sure if you've seen them play this specific type, but you can, clearly the telltale signs of a game of chance.
Mm-hmm.
And by the looks of it, the owl did not win.
Oh. An
And it
unfortunate
seems,
loss.
and he seems to have, he seems to have bowed out of this round as the two other gentlemen seem to be going on. But yeah, no, he seems to be freed up from his game if he wanted to engage in conversation.
Yeah. Seeing that he is bowing out, Min will just say, "Oh, an unfortunate loss."
But that is the nature of it.
True, but it's still unfortunate.
Indeed. Pardon, I must refill my drink.
Can you tell me, sir, what...
As soon... Oh, sorry,
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
As soon as he said, "I need a quick drink refill," and he looks like he was about to turn to go walk somewhere, and someone immediately grabs the empty mug and puts a fresh one in there, and he just looks surprised and says, "Oh, lovely service." And he just sits back down.
I go empty.
Tell me, sir, can you tell me what's happening here? Seems to be several celebrations of sorts.
Not entirely sure. One of them was, in fact, someone's name day was given, and they are celebrating this, but the individual did not show up, and they're trying to assign or remember who was assigned the task of telling them. They can no longer seem to recall. The other is celebrating, this is, I think, has reached its own name day and is being, celebrated. The last, I think, is just the combination of a wearing a day.
I see. Well, who is this individual that they're trying to find? Do you know?
I do not. I'm not acquainted with them. I arrived on the boat only a few hours, not many days here.
Ah, well, I just arrived myself.
And he seems to perk up at that. Welcome to the island now. Beginning a new adventure.
Now what? What did he say?
He gives you his own little welcome to the island, hoping you have a grand adventure.
Thank you. I don't intend to have many adventures, but we'll see what happens. I hear many stories of motley crews going on wild chases for the most insane things and the most mundane things.
Yeah, that's how it works. Somebody wants something, somebody needs something, somebody thinks they want something.
Mm-hmm. Well, the something I want is much more than just a something, but we'll get there.
That's fair. I forgot to ask, are you with the new group for Mr. Red, or you said he was getting at least 2-3 more people?
Oh, I may very well. No, not as far as I know. What can you tell me about Mr.
Okay.
Red?
Apologies. He is red?
Well,
He's red.
certain.
He is red.
and
Enough
he is
said.
tiefling.
I can't. Can you tell me anything more?
He's looking for people for a job.
I see. So you're not well acquainted with him.
I just got here like less than a few days ago.
Right. Well, then I think I'll go make sure that my friend is all right. Perhaps better luck in your game.
All right. Thank you. And you look back, and the one with the little thing on his shoulder seems to be the one that won because when the cards are down, it immediately jumps down to collect the winnings and starts organizing them. And you can hear it talking to him in like a little, not so much a squeaky voice, but like that little Stitch voice when like, "What did I tell you? Always double down. They never let him know you're bluffing." No one else is there to check what this thing is, but it is giving gambling advice to the person it's with.
That's fun.
How is this guy doing? It sounds like not great. I'm not there, but I'm just curious as the player.
What guy? Which guy?
Oh, the guy that this thing is sitting on the shoulder. The guy who this thing is sitting on the shoulder of.
Like, he seems to be doing good as he just won the pot of this current round, but who knows, emotionally or in his life or health-wise, we'll have to find out, I guess.
Is this a Reservoir Dogs style, like, getting a team together for a job?
Who knows?
Mr. Red. I feel like...
No one asked. And technically we have not, I mean, only one of you has, quote-unquote, expressed interest. So we gotta see if anyone else is interested or invited or anything. Is there anything else, Min or Kiri?
I don't think so.
Alright, with that, we're just gonna pin this and jump over to Lila and ask, and I do want to ask now because it is getting a little late, are we cool with going a bit more, or do we want to make this a good stopping point?
I'm good with either, but depending on like how much farther you think like a good stopping point would be after this, because now's
That's a good one.
could be a
Yeah.
good stopping point. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it seems like a good one. Yeah.
that's fair.
Alright, if you want just to paint the scene, as soon as you enter in there, you see the little dragon, little Ling, is playing with another child.
Oh,
Aw.
This little girl that seems to be playing a small. They seem to be sharing the same little thing of drawing with odd little bits of paint. It's a weird kind of water paint, but it just never seems to go outside the lines for some reason. It just goes back and forth and back and forth. And
Magic
you do
paint.
see the barman talking with someone, showing off a little vial he got from Ming.
From who?
Min.
Oh, from Min. Oh, this was
Yeah,
from Min.
Min.
Oh,
From
not
Min.
the paint, not the paint. The
Not the paint,
cream.
the I don't even know if it was a cream. The bottle she got that she gave him, and apparently trying to himself explain some things, as this individual is now also standing next to him. They're both in front of the bar, so you can really see them. Like they are only barely like the same height, but she, the individual next to her, seems to be like humoring the way he's trying to phrase his speech. You're thinking he's trying his best not to say something incorrect.
Interesting. Leah will just kind of take note of that. The kids playing together, painting, that kind of warms her heart a bit. Slight smile kind of comes to her there. But yeah, if we want to leave off there, then that is fair.
Yeah. It's there, and then behind them, it's the still open cellar doors that you do see the tieflings start to go down. Seem to have been finishing a conversation with the guard at the side.
Okay. Okay,
And
so he's only
that
going
very
down.
well ended. Yeah, no, he's
All
only
right.
just going down now. The thing you heard last seemed to be these two coming up from down there, and then he looks like he was probably having a conversation. Who knows?
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Well, you guys met the family of the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Not
nice.
really met, just seen.
Scene. I assume the kid and the woman there is his wife.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
And that hair is looking like tied up and really sturdy, but also looking like it's ready to go off and attack someone.
Right.
Hmm.
Some textures are just crazy.
Yeah?
That's true. Although I am a little jealous because one of my friends, like, not even needing to shower, their hair can just, like, instantly poof.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
Mine
the
just
dream.
Some
tangles
people are
and
just,
gets
my
dry.
hair is flat as shit.
Well, you do wear a beanie a lot of time, most of the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that's at least.
I mean that only ever just helps keep it straight. But even if when it's not there, whatever side it happens to be going, if I like, let it grow out a bit, it's
Mhm.
just completely like you'd think I'd be wearing a helmet all or something.
Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes half of my hair decides to have wiggles on the side of my face, and the other half is just like super flat. I don't know. I don't get it. I suppose the side that you sleep on too. Something
Yeah.
to do with it.
That would
Yeah,
probably influence it. Out of curiosity, just so I have the right mental picture to, like, as we're kind of, so I can think about like my plan this next week. There's the cellar that kind of leads down, and then there's the guard that's standing watch out in front of it.
Yes, and you would know that this place, this is the entrance to this town's arena.
Is this like a backroom's door that like this is not the public entrance?
No, this is one of the many entrances to get into the arena. This place has a few of them. This place just happens to be one of them that coincides with one of the brothels in town, along with the, Coins Guard hangout bar. That's where most people get their quests and job bulletins.
Okay, that's where the main board is. So it's not like this guard isn't like a bouncer. It's more like he's just kind of keeping an eye out on the entrance.
Yeah, no, they station like one here, one at the other door, one at the other door. That's just the shift they got.
Okay. So I was originally thinking it's like, okay, how do I sneak past this guard, or how do I distract
There's
him?
a term for this in the military where like they have to have a dude like watch a door for like 12 hours, and they can do nothing but sit there and watch that door for 12 hours. And there's a few people I know who just hate it so much because that's all you can do.
It's very simple, but it's also extremely boring.
Tedious, but you have to be at attention the whole time, or most of the time.
Oh, jeez.
And maybe someone will use the door.
Maybe that's the most exciting thing that happens all day. I'm assuming this guard is more relaxed. He's not like full on at attention.
Oh yeah, no, this guy's got a drink in him.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, I was originally thinking it's like, okay, I need to do a whole thing, but does not seem like I need to do a whole thing to get past this door. Oh, I will actually share one final thing as we are kind of wrapping this up, just that Leah would be doing as she's walking down the empty hallway. She is going to actually shift her outfit into outfit number 2, which I will send in the art channel.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
And she's still got the cloak over, but she's putting the hood up. Not putting the mask up, though.
Oh. She intends to do some roguing.
To be
trying
clear,
to do mini Venutra, but I'm terrible at it. So
to be clear as well, yeah, this is her main outfit. Just to kind of explain, it's shift weave and can shift between several different types of outfits. Pre-established.
yeah, it's awesome, but it's also, unless you get like the right kind of wizard or magical to upgrade it. Like there's a version of it where like you can like grab on, and some of them will absorb that clothing to get like another model in, or some will give it a perfect copy. But there's like a set level of number of slots.
Yeah.
So like it's like if you want to have all work or have one that's all for looking fancy.
Yeah, pre-made outfits, you can't like create things on. I mean, you could like add things on, like that cloak is not part of the outfit, so she can like add and remove that from any of the like pre-made outfits that she has.
The cloak is part of her, like not the thing one, so she could take it off if she'd want, but
yeah, but everything else you cannot like alter a thing unless you're like putting it on over and over the shift weave. That's a cool item.
There's an expensive but busted version of this that gives you different types of armor. But that's really only for like the heavy fighters and the paladins who need an instant switch.
That's for like if you need the to be able to shift really quickly between several different types of armor.
Yeah, I got an armor that's good against this type, but I got an armor that does something else, and like I'll switch it if it looks like my enemy's using something else.
Yeah. And also to be clear, well, the first outfit, the main outfit that she has is one of those outfits in the shift weave. That is also like what she looks like. That is her, what she looks like. So all the other outfits, it's just the clothing. The character is not like, she still looks like her.
The face did not change.
Yeah, face, hair, body type, yeah. Yeah. So this has been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for
So
hosting.
what did you guys?
Yeah.
Thank you. What did you guys think of my because that